Union budget shocks markets but quietly sets up multi-year winners, who gains and who loses? The Union budget announced today clearly sends one strong message to investors: the government is willing to tolerate short-term market discomfort in order to strengthen long-term economic foundations. While the immediate reaction in the equity market was volatile and largely negative, driven by higher transaction-related costs and trading sentiment, the underlying policy direction remains firmly growth-oriented and focused on capital formation. The most important pillar of this budget is the continued emphasis on infrastructure and capital expenditure. The government has once again committed substantial resources toward roads, railways, logistics networks, ports, and urban development. For investors, this matters because sustained public capex does not just support construction companies, it creates a ripple effect across cement, steel, capital goods, engineering services, transport, and logistics. When capex remains elevated over multiple years, it improves earnings visibility, balance sheet strength, and execution confidence across the infrastructure ecosystem. This makes infrastructure-linked sectors long-term compounders rather than short-term momentum plays. Manufacturing is the second major theme running through this budget. The government has reinforced its intent to position India as a global manufacturing hub, especially in strategic and high-value segments. Electronics, semiconductors, biopharma, specialty chemicals, and critical materials have received policy attention aimed at reducing import dependence and strengthening domestic supply chains. From an investor's perspective, this is not about immediate profit jumps but about capacity creation and competitive positioning. Companies aligned with these themes are likely to see gradual but durable growth as private investment follows policy incentives and ecosystem support deepens over time. Another interesting and less discussed aspect of the budget is the growing recognition of India's digital and creative economy. By promoting areas such as animation, gaming, visual effects, and digital content creation, the government is tapping into skill-based exports and employment generation. This indirectly benefits its services, digital platforms, education, and skilling companies. While this segment is still emerging, it adds a new layer to India's services growth story and could become more relevant over the next decade as global demand for digital content continues to expand. From the perspective of IT and business services, the budget offers stability rather than excitement. Simplification in regulatory and tax treatment reduces uncertainty and compliance risk, which is particularly important for large IT companies operating across multiple jurisdictions. In a global environment where tech spending cycles are uneven, predictability becomes a valuable advantage for long-term investors. MSMEs also feature as a supportive theme in this budget. Measures aimed at improving credit access, liquidity, and export facilitation strengthen the backbone of the economy. A healthier MSME ecosystem supports employment, consumption, and supply chains, and also benefits banks and NBFCs with exposure to small and medium enterprises. This is a slow but structurally positive trend rather than an immediate market trigger. Now let's address why the market reacted negatively. One of the biggest disappointments for traders was the increase in transaction-related costs, especially in derivatives. This directly impacts trading profitability and volumes, which explains the sharp correction seen in indices and capital market-linked stocks immediately after the budget. Broking firms, exchanges, and businesses dependent on high-frequency trading may face near-term pressure as activity moderates and sentiment adjusts. Financials present a mixed picture. While long-term economic growth and infrastructure spending are supportive for banks and lenders, near-term market volatility and liquidity adjustments can weigh on valuations. This is more of a sentiment-driven phase rather than a structural issue, and clarity will emerge as credit growth, asset quality, and interest rate dynamics play out over the coming quarters. Consumption-focused sectors did not receive a strong immediate push in this budget. The absence of major personal tax relief means disposable income growth may remain gradual. As a result, FMCG, discretionary consumption, and retail sectors may not see an instant demand revival. However, employment generation through infrastructure and manufacturing can support consumption over time, making this a delayed positive rather than a clear negative. Stepping back, this budget is clearly designed for long-term economic resilience rather than short-term market applause. Infrastructure, manufacturing, strategic industries, its services, and MSMEs emerge as structural beneficiaries, while capital market-driven businesses face near-term headwinds. The volatility seen after the budget reflects adjustment to policy priorities, not a deterioration in fundamentals. For investors, the key takeaway is simple. This budget is not about trading tomorrow's move, but about identifying which sectors are being positioned to grow steadily over the next 3 to 5 years. Those who look beyond the initial noise may find that today's discomfort lays the groundwork for tomorrow's compounding opportunities. If this analysis helped you think differently about the budget, do like the video, subscribe to the channel, and share it with fellow investors. We'll continue to cut through the noise and focus on what truly matters for long-term wealth creation.